Hello air signs, welcome back to Spoopy Girl Tarot. I am your hostess Laurel and welcome back. I'm doing the career and money predictions readings for November 2020. Now this category, this topic if you will, was chosen by all of my viewers on Instagram, so thank you so much for those of you who voted, and you will have the opportunity to vote again this November on Instagram if you follow me, which is at Spoopy Girl, just the way it's written above in my cover photo. This is a reading that I have never done before, in the sense that this is a specifically curated money reading spread that I created myself, and there will be 2 categories per sign. So regardless of what you are, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, there will be a line for those who are unemployed seeking work, and there will be a category for those who already have a job, a set career, wanting to get some insight about that, about what's going on there. But for all of the signs across the board, there will be financial advice, plus there will be an oracle card from the Success Oracles deck that I have as well. These are all archetypes of modern successful people. They're all like millionaire types, and all people that no one would disagree are successful when it comes to money and wealth. So it's a very interesting deck. I actually quite like it a lot. I found it was very relevant to me when I was breaking it in and kind of practicing it with myself. So all of you will have a card from that deck as well. So let's get into it, starting with Gemini. Let me get a little sip real quick. Having the yummiest apple cider right now. Okay, so for the Geminis who are unemployed, you have the Hanged Man paired with the 9 of Pentacles. Now this is interesting because these are 2 kind of conflicting energies in a sense. What I mean by that is, for the unemployed Gemini, you're in Hanged Man mode, which means you might be feeling stuck where you are, not really sure how to get out of something, even if you want to, because it's like he's hanging from the tree. He can't seem to cut himself down. But at the same time, being in this challenging situation is giving him the opportunity to see things from a perspective that he wasn't able to before. So it could be that even though this is a challenging time for you, you may be realizing things that enable you to change your situation, if that makes sense. It could be that, yes, you're struggling, but maybe the struggle is leading you towards a situation better suited for you. 9 of Pentacles is like single girl energy. It's someone who's got their shit together. They're looking good. They have all their ducks in a row. So this is coming up in your financial advice card, or what you need to know in regards of your money. So if you, that's why I say it's kind of conflicting, because on the surface value, that would suggest to me that, you know, your money is in order, but you're feeling stuck at the same time, and no one with lots of money would feel stuck necessarily, unless there's a different problem. But I do think overall what I'm energetically feeling is that, yes, there is stagnance going on. Maybe you're struggling to find an opportunity somewhere, and because of that, until you know what direction you need to go in, kind of just sit pretty, don't spend your money, kind of sit on your money, if that makes sense. Let it just kind of gather dust for a little bit in your savings account. Don't spend it until you know what direction you're going to be able to go in. Until you're able to cut yourself down from the tree, don't spend any money. Your oracle card is Elon Musk, and his advice is, you can't make an omelet without risking a few nest eggs. Icarus lacked a better spacecraft. Hitch your wagon to the future and design it yourself. Now I'm more so focused on that last sentence, because like I was saying, you don't seem to have a clear direction of where to go. Therefore, you probably shouldn't invest when you don't know where to go. And so, but at the same time, I mean, there's a little hinge of, there's a little message in there about there needing to be risk in order for there to get reward. So maybe it's you that's in your own way. Maybe you're being too risk averse and you're just sitting on your laurels, just kind of observing everything but not actually doing anything at the same time. So it could very well be that the advice is to be less risk averse, take more chances, and maybe you'll be in a position to manifest more personal wealth or a better home life if that's what you're seeking for the unemployed Gemini. For the Geminis that are employed, I think you're going to be leaving where you currently are in pursuit of a bigger, better, more exciting opportunity, because you have the Eight of Cups with the Ace of Wands. Eight of Cups is when we're walking towards our wish fulfillment. We're leaving things behind that no longer serve us, and any Ace card is a new beginning, but this is a passionate new beginning with the Wands card. Now, your oracle card is Sheryl Sandberg, and she says, log in. The news feed is always starving. Update your terms and conditions. That last part is what I feel the most with this Eight of Cups card. I think you are realizing your worth. Maybe you're recognizing that maybe where you used to work or currently work doesn't have your best interest, and maybe you felt misused or taken advantage of, or maybe you're just bored with what you've been doing and you're wanting to do something that's more exciting and more in line with who you are personally than maybe you were working some mundane 9-to-5 job before just because it checked all the boxes on your list of life that says this, I just need something to pay the bills, but it doesn't have to make me happy. And I think maybe you're realizing, no, I kind of want to make money and be happy. So I think that's where the employed Geminis are currently headed. I think they're leaving one spot for another, one that will make them happier. For the unemployed Libras, you have the Hermit and the Two of Cups. So I think, similar to Gemini, you are going through a period of self-reflection and maybe even some self-imposed isolation, because you're trying to figure out what direction to go in during an otherwise troubling time, which totally makes sense with what's going on right now. And I think that you're just also in pursuit of something that, is more along the lines of something creative, because your oracle card is Takashi Murakami. And his advice is, if a museum's cash register rings, answer it. The difference between style and brand is copyright. Earn your artistic license to change lanes. So that's why I said it was similar to Gemini. If you watch the Gemini reading, you're trying to figure out what lane you're supposed to be in. And I do think that you're trying to figure out where you fit in the world. Now, when it comes to your financial advice, you have Two of Cups. So if you're partnered, I think now's a great time to like maybe combine your finances, make a joint account, perhaps, that type of a thing. But if you're not coupled or partnered, it could just be like maybe consider investing or in something that involves a partner. Not a romantic one, but like maybe you're going to end up pursuing something creative and it might get off the ground faster if you choose an investor or someone who's willing to invest in this project with you. Because I do feel that this is something more along the lines of something artistic and creative over anything else. But even if it's not, maybe it's just something new that you're thinking outside of the box for. So I just think that whatever you're trying to kind of, because obviously in this Hermit card, she's shining the flashlight in a specific direction. She's not, she's looking forward. So if there's something you have your eye on already, I don't think it would hurt to involve an investor or a co-signer potentially in it. That's what I got for especially since this is the unemployed category for Libra. For the ones that are employed, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So we have two fives, which indicates change. Now, right off the bat, I think Libras are kind of feeling, I don't think Libra is, the employed Libra is content with the way things are right now. They may be feeling like, it's weird because the Five of Pentacles is being left out in the cold. It's feeling abandoned, but it could be that you're wanting to abandon a current position or a current job because it's not making you happy. You're just feeling unheard or maybe unseen, not appreciated, whatever it may be. And when it comes to your finances, you have the Five of Wands, which is conflict, not seeing eye to eye. So if you're involving your money with other people, it could be maybe there could be disagreements on how, like if you live with multiple people where the expenses are shared, it could be that maybe you guys don't see eye, maybe there's an imbalance on who's spending what or how the money is distributed. And I think that could be what it is. When it comes to that, I think it would appear to me that there's a strain when it comes to the involvement of other people when it comes to your money, if it's going in multiple directions. If you don't have roommates and that's not a problem, it could just be maybe you're in a conflict with yourself in terms of where your money would best go, if that makes sense. Or maybe you're just frustrated because there's not enough of it to invest in. Maybe there's not enough of it. Maybe you don't have enough saved, and that's causing stress on, inner mental stress too. But your oracle card is Zaha Hadid. I hope I said her name right. And her advice to you is sign your name on the dotted curve. The numbers must add up to artwork. Move forward and the world will catch up. So I think there is a situation that has you really, really discontent and stressed out. And I think you just need to push forward and just kind of tune out the negativity and press on, and things will start to fall into place when you honor your own spirit and your intuition. And that might seem a little fuddy-duddy or too cliche, but I mean, things end up being cliche for a reason. Even that statement is a cliche, I get it, but it's the truth. When you just choose to just barrel through whatever has got you down or just feeling kind of, it really does happen that way. I've lived it many times, so I do know from experience. So I just think that you kind of just need to break yourself out of this gloom and doom period, even if it's totally validated for you to feel that way, even if you're totally in the right to be upset. Just choose to kind of push through it anyway. I'm not saying ignore your feelings. That's never good. I'm just saying feel what you need to feel, but don't vacation there. Don't stay there. I just think you need to make the choice to rise above your situation and kind of just, like it says in the Zaha Hadid card, move forward and the world will catch up. Things will fall into place if you get out of the way and just kind of allow the blessings to come in. Okay, for the unemployed Aquarius, this is good. You have the Ace of Cups with the Chariot. So you have a new opportunity coming, whether you realize it or not. Now, Ace of Cups, yes, usually has to do with new love coming in. And because this is a career and money reading, I'm not going to go in that direction, but I do think that there is going to be an opportunity that's manifesting, that's coming towards you, that is going to present a situation that you will love. Rather, it's going to be an opportunity, because like we don't know when a cup shows up in tarot, we assume that it's going to be love that we find in it, but it could just be something we love. The cup represents a gift, so the gift could be anything. It's just usually who's giving the cup in a love reading that, you know, represents love, if that makes sense. Because remember, we have pages, we have knights, and we have kings and queens when it comes to, you know, all of the archetype, all of the suit cards and the court cards of tarot. So I think we always just assume that it's the cup itself that represents love, but really it's the person and what they have to offer is inside of that cup. So that's why it does make sense that we don't see a person offering the cup, but rather the universe offering a cup that represents abundance and opportunity and emotional fulfillment. So something's coming in for you, Aquarius, if you are unemployed, that you are going to feel really, really good about. And when it comes to your finances, you have the Chariot, which means lots of things. There could be a lot of money coming in really fast, perhaps as a result of this opportunity. But it could also represent choices, needing to make a choice rather quickly as far as like where to invest money or how best to invest money. It's needing to quickly make a decision on where to go or what choice to make in terms of an investment, perhaps. And your oracle card is Charles Ponzi. I don't know who that is personally, but I like the look. And his advice card to you is keep your conviction even when facing multiple. Got rich quick, leave town quicker. I like that because I've always joked half-assedly that if I ever won the lottery, I would not want to be in the newspaper. I wouldn't want anyone to know because I know I'm going to get shot and people are going to just rob me blind, you know. It would just be a horrible idea. So like that would be the only reason I'd ever be scared to win the lottery. But I mean, I just think that's like a funny little validating thing to me, like because I'm an Aquarius, so that would make that one totally is just like a personal little haha to me. And the last one, of course, is don't get buried in the pyramid that you build. So like referencing pyramid schemes, obviously, don't get lost in the details, which totally makes sense. So for you, Aquarius, I think that this speaks to me like, you know, I think you are aware that you're in high manifestation mode right now. A lot of things have the potential to go really right if you keep listening to your intuition, keep doing what feels right, follow your own advice. If you're the person in your group of friends who typically gives good advice, or if you're the friend that all of your friends go to for advice, then you need to follow your own advice. You're gonna have opportunity. You need to protect what you earn. You need to protect what comes in. Don't take it for granted. Don't get lost in the details of how, when, where it's gonna happen either. Don't block the blessings by becoming too fixated on how it's going to happen or when. Just know that it's going to, as long as you keep following your intuition, listening to the guidance that you're given, and just stay true to what you believe in. Most importantly, don't let external influences tell you otherwise. You know what you need to do. Just keep following keep listening to what the universe is sending you in your dreams, your messages, your signs, whatever it may be. Just keep listening to the universe and things are going to work out. For the employed Aquarius, you have the High Priestess in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is pretty good too. And I know some of you won't like this, but when it comes to the High Priestess being in reverse, in the position of what you need to know about an established career, it's basically saying you know everything you need to know about it already. In the upright, the High Priestess would suggest that there's something you need to listen to your intuition. There's unknowns still that you haven't been, that you aren't privy to yet. But in reverse, this suggests that there's nothing new to learn about the position you're in. Maybe you've been at this job for a long time. There aren't any surprises anymore, which kind of is a good thing. I don't know that we would count COVID as a non-surprise, but in terms of like your specific job, like it's not a job that you would necessarily have to jump through any more hoops for. It's not something you have to continue training for, like especially if you've been there for a long time. Like if you've been there a long time, you've established roots there. That's kind of what I mean. Like there's nothing new information wise to be gained about a current position you hold. And in terms of your finances, it looks like you'll be fine. You're building a savings and you're accumulating wealth. It doesn't mean you're rich, obviously, but the Queen of Pentacles, you know, that's mother energy, it's nurturing. She obviously is holding the pentacle very tightly to her chest, so that's indicative of she's not spending it. She's not Six of Pentacles with the shopping bags. She's holding it close to her, so she's monitoring her finances. So if you're not doing that, that's what you need to do. If you're already doing that, then it's just it's going to continue to grow, because obviously we have a little rabbit right in the corner, and what do bunny rabbits do when they get together? They multiply. So in this sense, if you're already doing the work to save the money, your savings will grow. And if you're not doing this, this is what you need to be doing. When it comes to your success oracle, you have Whitney Wolf Herd. And her advice to you is to find target demographic be true. Sex sells, but platonic profits. The wording of this is very like that to me. I don't know why. Stay connected to how people connect. I don't know who Whitney Wolf Herd is, but from the way that this is written, I can only assume she's a social media influencer of some kind. I'm guessing. Don't come at me saying I'm ignorant in the comments. I don't know who she is, but I'm just assuming based on the nature of the advice with targeting demographics and, you know, selling sex metaphorically. I'm just assuming she's an influencer of some kind online. A YouTuber perhaps. But overall, I would just say, like, your advice in terms of how this applies to you, I think it's just staying on the pulse of what is important to you. If you're wanting to try something new, be knowledgeable about it. Like, stay in tandem, pay attention to what's actually going on. Don't necessarily assume you know everything. Observe how other people react in certain situations, if that makes sense. Like, if you're like, because it feels like potentially it's like when I said you know everything you need to know about where you're currently at, it could be there's an undercurrent of maybe you're curious to do something else. And in that sense, if you're looking to try something new, maybe even if it's just on the side for your own enjoyment, just pay attention to the trends of things, and pay attention to the types of people who are interested in what you want to do or offer. Like, if you're wanting to be a certain kind of YouTuber, or if you want to become an entrepreneur of some kind, who are the main types of people that are spending money in that? You need to pay attention to that type of thing. Don't just assume that everyone would love what you have to offer. You need to pay attention to who spends the most money on that thing, and then figure out how best to reach those types of people. Because I feel like an entrepreneurial energy to that. So if there's something on the side you're wanting to do, pay attention to the trends, and most importantly to who's spending money on whatever it is that you're interested in trying to, you know, whatever it is you're wanting to whatever pond you're trying to dip your toes into. Look on the other side of the riverbank and try to and check out who else is, you know, dipping their toes, who's actually going for a swim. Then you'll have an idea of where to start, because if it's kids that are interested in what you're doing, then you need to know how to reach kids. If it's people your own age, it'll probably be a little bit easier to know how to reach them. Don't assume you're for everybody. Figure out who you need to be talking to, and then how to best reach them. But otherwise, it looks like everything's fine. Your job looks like it's there, it's secure, and your savings, you either need to save your money, or you just need to know that it's going to grow based on the work that you've already put in. So I hope that helps, air signs. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if this resonates for you throughout the month of November, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram for weekly and daily well, more so weekly readings at this point. And of course, like the videos so that other people who need to hear this message do indeed receive it. And I will see you in the next video. So thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.